Well, amazing morning to everyone. Amazing afternoon, amazing evening, amazing whatever time you're listening to this. And of course, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. I apologize that I haven't had a chance to get on here in the last couple of days. Business has been crazy, but I'm extremely excited about it. I'm extremely grateful for everything that's happening in my business right now. And I look to share it all with you guys this year. Question for you though. How are those New Year's resolutions coming along? Right? How are the getting into the gym? How is the I'm going to wake up earlier? How is the I'm going to go to bed earlier? I'm going to eat better. I'm going to work harder. How's that coming along? Because I'm looking at my clock and I think today is January 6th. How is everything coming along for you? I can guarantee, all right, New year, new you. We heard it all before. We saw all the memes. I saw all the statuses and I honestly, I'm happy for those people. I truly am. Hopefully there was a decision that was made in their lives that drastically changed 2016 for them as soon as that clock struck 12. However, as we all know, that typically doesn't happen. And this is why. No matter what goal you set, no matter what commitment you made, no matter what decision you decided to have happen, just because 2016 gave you permission to do so, that does not mean that automatically it's going to be in place for you. The reason why most people fail on their New Year's resolutions, and again, I don't think there's anything wrong with resolutions. I was speaking to somebody the other day and they actually gave me a brand new perspective and said, for a lot of people, having that change on the calendar, having that change on the day or on the clock to show that it's a new beginning is sometimes what people need to really break that paradigm, to have that revelation, to get into a new state in their life. And if somebody's doing that, I completely respect that. But I don't care if it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, morning, afternoon, evening, in the middle of the day, in the middle of a crisis, in the middle of a storm. All you have to do is make a decision that you want things to change. Here's the issue. When people make a decision, when people make a goal, when people create a new vision for their life, unfortunately, what they fail to do is to make a plan. All right. It's one thing to say, hey, listen, I want to make more money this year. I want to have better relationships this year. I want to be in better mental health. I want to be in better physical health, whatever the case, whatever your goal may be. But it's another thing to strategically write down what you will do to make sure that happens. Writing down the obstacles that you may face, writing down the steps that you're going to have to take on a daily, on a minute, on an hourly basis in order to get to where you're going. I want everybody to do me a favor. I talked to somebody the other day and they just could not understand why they needed a goal. Understand this. Based on the way your mind works, based on the way that you are designed, you have a goal every single time you take a breath. That is the way we're designed. Whether you're thinking about it or not, there is a quote unquote heat-seeking missile in your mind that is seeking out whatever you're thinking about. You automatically have a goal. Are you hungry? Your goal is to eat. Are you thirsty? Your goal is to drink. Do you need to make income? Your goal is to make it to work. No matter what you're doing in your life, as I speak, my goal is to be heard. My goal is to enunciate and have proper diction in my words. No matter whether I'm thinking about it or not, I have a goal. Understand something. If you were to compare yourself to a flight, let's just say I'm taking a flight from Columbus to Hawaii, which I will be very soon. And I got a lot of people that will be going there with me. Shout out to FP Group. Anyway, let's just say you are on that flight. That plane in itself has a goal or a trajectory of getting to Hawaii, right? Let's say, for instance, you get on that flight and there's no goal in mind at all. Obviously, you could end up in Florida. You could end up in Michigan. You could end up in Timbuktu. It wouldn't matter because, first of all, you don't even know where you're going. And when you get there, you may not even know that you've arrived. Well, that's the same thing with your life. If you do not have a goal and an actual plan to get there, you are now accepting of anything, of any fate that life has to offer. So I want you to do me a favor. All right. This is a call to action. If you haven't set your goals properly for this year, this is how you do it. These are the exact steps that I took over a year and a half ago. These are the exact steps that I took in November. This is what I suggest you use as a platform to make sure 2016 is the best year of your life. Are you ready? All right. I want you to go to a quiet area. All right. As soon as you get off this, I want you to go to a quiet area. I want you to spend some time in thought. I just want you to think about your life, about your wants, about your desires, about the things that you've been disappointed with. I want you to think about all of that. Take at least 10 to 15 minutes before you even put a pen to paper and just think. I think a lot of people think that activity in your brain is actual thinking, but no, that's the problem. You're not thinking at all. I want you to actually think. Next, what I want you to do is take 10 to 15 minutes, and write down every desire of your heart. I want you to think about different subjects as your finances, your business, your family life, your relationship goals, your friendship goals, your contribution to the world. What lasting impact would you have? Act as if you have hit the lottery 4 to 5 times over and money is not an object for you. You don't even think about where would you spend your time? Where would you vacation to? How often would you be able to go shopping if you wanted to? Where would you make a contribution of your time to? Would you build schools in Ghana? Would you build schools in different parts of the world? What kind of service would you be into? How much would you donate on a yearly basis to a charitable institution? All right. What kind of relationship would you have with your wife, with your girlfriend, with your significant other? What type of business person would you be? What type of man or woman would you be? Of high ethical, moral, and high character. Okay. Write all of that down. All of it. Every single thing you could think of. What kind of car would you drive? All right. Would you have the Rolls-Royce Wraith? Would you have the brand new Ford GTO? Would you have the new Lamborghini? What would you drive? How many homes would you have? All right. Where would you have the homes? All right. Not necessarily where you vacation to, because when you're talking about the amount of freedom, not money, the amount of freedom that ultimately we all want to have, where are you vacating from? You're not taking a vacation. You simply choose to live your life on different parts of the world whenever you choose to. Right. So where would you live? Would you have a home in LA, a home in Florida, a home in Arizona, and a home in lovely Columbus, Ohio? So write all that down. All right. What I want you to do next is go ahead and categorize each item. All right. One will go into your personal goals. One will go into your fitness goals. One will go into your family goals. One will go into business and finance, and the other will go into contribution. Go ahead and notch those up. Now, what I want you to do is be very, very realistic in a sense. All right. You believe something about your life, and what you believe about your life that you deserve is exactly what you have right now. So if you're making $20,000 a year right now and your ultimate desire is to be a multi-millionaire, please do not say that, hey, my goal for 2016 is to make $1 million. That's just not realistic. All right. It's one thing to have a vision for your life, but now we're talking about the steps that need to happen in order for you to reach your ultimate plateau or your goal. I'm sorry. What is something that's believable to you? If you're making $20,000 a year, no matter where you're at or what you're doing, do you have an opportunity to make some extra income on the side? Do you have a 9 to 5, but now you've created a 5 to 9 based on your gift or your goals or what you enjoy to do with your life? All right. I want you to think about that. All right. Next, I want you to write down on a scale of 1 to 10, 0 being, I believe that this can't happen for my life at all in 2016. 10 being, yeah, I could probably make this happen in 2016. I want you to write that down.